everyone, welcome to History Mystery Junction. Today we'll start with Chapter 2 of History, the establishment of company power. As we have read in class 7th, Aurangzeb was the last Mughal ruler. After his death in 1707, the Mughal Empire gradually declined. New regional powers emerged, and by the mid-18th century, Mughal rule continued only in the regions around Delhi. At this time, the English East India Company emerged as the chief contender for political supremacy in India. How then did they come to be masters of a vast empire? In this chapter, you will see how this actually happened. Dear students, this is world map showing different continents in different colors. In the upcoming topics of this chapter, I would be referring to different maps. So, you can always refer this one to make your concepts more clear. Many foreign traders came to India for trading and for business. As you can see in the given map, Europe, Africa, Middle East and Southeast, all these were having trade relations with India. The cotton and silk produced in India had a big market in Europe. Similarly, spices such as pepper, cloves, cardamoms and cinnamon too were in great demand. The only way the trading companies could flourish was by reducing competition. This was the main reason why India was attracted by many foreign traders. The first one of them were the Portuguese. India had commercial relations with the countries of the West. Since ancient times, the Mughal emperors had failed to guard their sea coast due to the lack of strong navy. VASCO-DA-GAMA, a Portuguese navigator, found out a new sea route to India. He reached the port of Calicut, it is a place in Kerala in India, on 20 May 1498 with a fleet of 4 ships and 118 sailors on board. They had established the settlements in Goa, Daman and Diu. Malabar coast is the southwest shoreline of Indian subcontinent. Now we can see the route, that is the sea route, how Vasco-da-Gama came to India. He started from Portugal. It is situated in Europe. From there, he came to Cape of Good Hope, that is in Africa, and then at last he came to India, that is Calicut in Kerala. He reached Calicut in 1498. Then is Dutch East India Company. They succeeded in establishing their monopoly in the spice trade throughout the 17th century. They established a trade link between India and the islands of the Far East. Far East means Spice Island of Indonesia, as you can see in figure 2. This company was formed in 1602 and Dutch basically came from Netherlands. They were the people who were from Netherlands, as you can see in figure 1. Netherlands is again a place in Europe. Then the important trade centers were Surat, Bharuch, etc. In 1600, Queen Elizabeth I granted the East India Company the monopoly to trade with India through a charter. Charter is a document or permission to trade. This meant that no other trading group in England could compete with the East India Company. With the help of this charter, the company could venture across the seas looking for new lands from where it could buy goods at a cheap price and carry them back to Europe to sell at higher price. Then we would see how Britishers came for trading and how they started interfering in the political affairs of India. They started by taking decree from Jahangir that was revoked. Then again Jahangir granted a decree in 1612. After that, Britishers started making permanent factories in different places of the country. Many fortified factories were also built and many villages were developed. French East India Company. French were last to appear in India. Soon the French traders arrived on the scene. They established their trade settlements at Pondicherry, Mahe, Chandranagore, etc. Dupleix, the Governor General at Pondicherry, played a major role in the expansion of French power in India. The company was dependent on French government for their finances. In figure 1 and figure 3, you can see their trade settlements. The rulers of these countries framed economic policies to protect their overseas trade interest against foreign competition. This policy was called mercantilism. The English allowed goods to be imported into England only in English ships. This enabled the English to regulate the type of goods entering into England. The basic principle of this policy was to minimize import and maximize export. In mercantilism, gold and precious metal stores will increase only when the companies will export more instead of importing. So, what they used to do is they used to purchase from their colonies raw material at lower cost and then they used to sell at higher prices. By this, they could maximize their profits. As you can see in figure 2, a balance is given, and when it is favorable, when more export is done. When more export is done, more money could be made. That's why export side is lower because it is heavy and import is less. That's why its weight is less.